What's up guys, Brad here from Piney Homestead, and I've been busy the past few weeks working on my hunting property and putting in food plots, but I'm back here at Piney Grove bringing all the equipment back. And before I put the tractor away, I saw old Precious, our KX71-3 excavator sitting back there. She looks lonely, so let's go do something with her. I hope she starts. We're Kubota strong out here at Piney Grove. We're not sponsored, but we're definitely impressed. After a couple months of sitting up, she started right up. She's ready to work. Look what we got, folks. We got a Mrs. Piney Grove sighting. Piney Grove is eating. She don't want to be on camera, but I got her anyway.
You do got me. My lunch, and I'm on Bella patrol. Bella is running free, and Bella is crazy. So that's what we got going on.
So Bella's a bird dog, a Brittany Spaniel, but she's a house dog. When she comes out here on the farm, she wants to chase birds or anything that will run away from her. So Deb's duty when she's out here, when we have Bella, is to make sure that we don't lose Bella, right? All right, I'm gonna jump on Precious here and work on this area here behind me. It's real thick, and I've cleared this other area out over here with Precious and also my tractor. But what I wanna do is take this pile that I created, I don't know, this spring or so, and just keep moving the pile that way. There's a food plot down there, and what I wanna do is get all this brush kind of piled up against that food plot, kind of separate the food plot from our living area out front here. It's been a while since I've used her, so I had to get used to the controls again. But what I'm trying to do is clean up that brush. I first started working on that big pile there and pushing it forward, but that's gonna take too much time. I can get better results if I just work on brush right now and worry about that pile later. So I'm just gonna thread my way through here and grab brush with the thumb, pull it out and pile it up and keep pushing it forward. That's an example of brush that needs to go. There's a pine tree right there, there's a pine tree right there, and there's a pine tree right there. So I gotta come inside here with my grapple or with my thumb and grab that brush and pull it out by the roots.
Bella, come. Good girl. Like there's this pile. And there's Bradford. Still on Bella duty. But she's halfway listening. Halfway. She's a happy pup. And Bradford's a happy pup on his Precious.
So I've cleared out a good spot here. I'm just plucking this brush out and then trying to squish it down and crack it and crunch it with the thumb on the excavator, and then take that and push it. But the problem is these things, it looks like a little bit of brush, but once you knock it down, these things are 20-30 foot tall, and they make a big pile quickly. So it's hard for me to move it. So the food plot is back there. You can see some green of the food plot, and I'm right here. So I only got like where that brushy tree is right there. So I only got 20 or 30 more feet to go to push that brush pile. And then I'll be done here. I really don't have a lot of time. But this area is cleared out. Some sun can now get down here, and it just looks better.
There's Bradford. We're in the food plot. See Bradford making progress there through the trees. Food plot that he planted. Looks good. Bella approves. Bella smells all the deer. Bird dog paradise out here.
Okay guys, I got it from behind the excavator where that original pile was, all the way up to where I'm standing. The food plot is right behind the camera. I'm gonna turn it around, but the sun might wash it out. The food plot is right on the other side there. As a matter of fact, if you see that horizontal, that's a deer stand. And that pine tree right there is right on the edge of the food plot. So we're probably 20 feet from the food plot, and I got all this cleared out here. Now, one thing that I didn't realize when I first bought a mini excavator was how useful they are. Okay, so there's one thing, but the second thing is that dozer blade on the front. I've done so much grading with the excavator, and I have a Kubota tractor, I have a regular straight blade, I also have a box blade, and I have the bucket or the front end loader on the front. All those things can be used for grading, but I use this a lot, especially in the woods, to do the rough grading. So I'm gonna take the blade on the excavator and knock off that hill, fill in these low spots, and then track it in with the weight and the tracks of the excavator, and this will be fairly smooth after I'm done. All right, guys, I got this graded out with the excavator. I didn't get it exactly perfect because I promised Miss Piney Grove that I wouldn't be out here all afternoon and keep her out here all afternoon. And I could literally spend hours here in the woods. It's just so satisfying to be able to come in here with that excavator and pull this brush up by the roots. When you come in here and you brush hog it or you cut it with any other means, then the volunteers or the root base is still there and it will still grow up again. And actually it'll grow up bushier. So when you pull it up by the roots, you just get a longer lasting clearing, I guess. And in minutes, you can clear out a pretty sizable area that will stay that way for a while. Now I need to come in here and do some final grading with the tractor or maybe even the excavator again and get it perfectly smooth, but it's pretty good right now. You can walk through here, it's pretty quiet and you won't trip on any vines. I got most of them cleaned up, but there are some low spots that I need to fill in. So one thing I definitely recommend, I know that they're expensive machines, but we find that mini excavator to be so useful out here at Piney Grove. We've got 20 acres, we got probably 7 or 8 that are cleared and the way we want them, but that leaves like 13 acres of these planted pines that are just thick with brush. So here in Florida, we have really poor soil, it's real sandy, And the only thing that seems to grow good is brush, things that you don't want. So we'd like to clear out a lot of the brush throughout the property and do it with the mini excavator, and that way it'll stay clear and we'll be able to bring a zero turn in here and maintain it. But that's all I've got for you today. If you like today's video, please click the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Remember, life's too short not to own a mini excavator.